The Pony Express mail service galloped through the Panhandle once again this week as dozens of volunteers helped with the annual re-ride of the original route from the 1860s. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, horseback riders from across the country are joining forces to help with the annual re-ride of the original Pony Express route. Yesterday, a group of riders covered a 56-mile stretch that began around 2:30 at the Nebraska-Wyoming state line near Lyman. Trail Captain Max Quetzel tells KNEB News, just like the original Pony Express, Mother Nature can affect the timeliness of the mail.
Well, so far, there's been no delays, and our stretch starts right now. And the weather looks real good, so we ought to have a good ride.
Afterwards, they embarked towards Scottsbluff National Monument, arriving shortly before 5:30. The riders will be traveling east for the next few days until they arrive in St. Joseph, Missouri on Saturday, if everything goes according to schedule. Well, a 29-year-old Gering man facing a slew of charges following 3 individual vehicle pursuits in a 4-hour span back in April has agreed to terms of a plea deal to avoid standing trial. Scottsbluff police say an officer attempted to stop Montel Redbear, knowing his license was suspended, but the suspect sped off. The chase was later terminated when speeds on residential streets hit excess of 50 miles per hour, and 2 hours later the car was spotted again, and another stop was attempted, with that pursuit terminated under the same circumstances. During a third pursuit that night, stop sticks were deployed, and the car finally became disabled as it was driven with 3 flat tires. Red Bear last week pled guilty to a single count of felony operating a motor vehicle to avoid arrest, and 3 other counts were dismissed. He'll be back in court on July 18th for sentencing before Judge Andrea Miller. And Regional West recently earned a 4-year reaccreditation as a Level 2 trauma center from the Nebraska Department of Health and Human Services. Regional West is one of just 3 Level 2 trauma centers in the state, and the only one west of Kearney, with the program verified as a Level 2 trauma center since 1996. The DHHS review team lauded Regional West's trauma program as exemplary for its use of whole blood during trauma situations, which can help reduce complications, total time spent in the hospital, and the amount of blood products a trauma patient needs to receive. Dr. Rami Hughes, medical director for Regional West Trauma Services, said as a Level 2 trauma center, the region's residents can be reassured that when it comes to a trauma, they receive the best care possible 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We'll have more news right after this.
Whether you're gardening, searching for the perfect vacation home, or planning your next travel destination, your life is just as unique. Your Raymond James financial advisors, Jody Rosiska and Kevin Figg, get to know you, your passions, and your vision for the future, so you can live your life. That's life well planned.
Your home deserves a better hello. Swing into summer with a brand new entry or patio door. Get 20% off every door plus no money down, no payments, and no interest for 12 months. Enjoy an extra 5% off your entire project if purchased on initial consultation. That's up to 25% in savings on an upgrade your home will thank you for. But hurry, these hot summer deals won't last long. Call today or visit rbawyoming.com to book your free estimate.
Welcome back. Uncertainty over federal transit funding administered by the state of Nebraska has the Scottsbluff County Transit Manager hoping for the best but preparing for the worst. Local and regional transit agencies receiving money through the 5311 reimbursement program face a June deadline to submit a required agreement with 2-year budget projections, but were told to complete only the funding needs for the first fiscal year. Kurt Richter this week told the county board the Nebraska Transportation Department received $18.6 million in requests from across the state, but only $11.5 million in federal funding was available with the deadline looming.
Given their limited staff and the time frame, they didn't have time to go through everybody's individual requests. Everybody took a 30% cut across the board. And they said, here's where you got to get there however you have to get there. And I took everything I could out without having to touch wages and benefits. And that's what they told me I needed to do to get to that number so they could get an agreement in place. Because without the agreement in place, we don't get any reimbursement starting July 1. So we have to have this agreement in place to start submitting invoices for next fiscal year.
Richter said the cut amounted to a $620,000 reduction in what the county needs for a full year of operations at the current level. And if that funding doesn't come through in a supplemental agreement, money for Tri-City Roadrunner could dry up in only 9 months. He said that's an issue, as overall Roadrunner ridership is up 20% over the past year, and he had been making plans for expanding curb-to-curb demand response services to match the hours of fixed route service. Well, this week, the City of Alliance is partnering with a Massachusetts-based company to gain a better understanding of the condition of the community's streets and sidewalks. StreetScan, now known as CityLogic, started using scooter-mounted sensors to assess sidewalks and identify defects on Tuesday, and today we'll do the same things for the streets using vehicle-mounted LiDAR and 360-degree imaging. Public Works Director Ross Grant tells KNEB News prior to the first time StreetScan was utilized back in 2022, he had to rely on visual estimation and manual measurements to prioritize projects on a worst-goes-first basis. The information provided goes into a mapping application Grant can use to help develop his 1- and 6-year street improvement plans, as well as prioritizing locations for sidewalk repairs or replacements. He tells us it's especially important to have such a scan done at least every 2 or 3 years, as weather conditions can have a significant impact on pavement in a short time frame.
When it comes to your health, you deserve the very best. At Morrill County Community Hospital, they provide top-notch care with compassion and expertise. From routine checkups to advanced surgeries, their dedicated team is here for you 24/7. With state-of-the-art technology and a patient-first approach, they ensure you and your loved ones receive the highest quality care. Because at Morrill County Community Hospital, your health is their priority. Visit Morrill County Community Hospital today in Bridgeport. Morrill County Community Hospital. Exceptional care right here at home.
I imagined retirement in a place where we could enjoy our golden years, where adventure and friendship are the only items on the schedule. The Garden Homes at Northfield gives us the luxury we planned for and peace of mind when it comes to convenience, safety, and comfort. We never have to stop and think about the day-to-day upkeep. We love to explore abroad, but most importantly in our backyard. So much to do, so much to see. Here at Northfield, we get the protection of life care, incredible tax benefits, and secured rates for aging services. It's peaceful, knowing that if our needs change, we'll be taken care of. And most importantly, that our kids will never have to make any tough decisions. There never seemed to be enough time to do all the things we wanted. Now we get to focus our energy on enjoying what this community has to offer. At the Garden Homes, life is ours again. A place we had dreamed about. A chance to focus on us.
A nice weekend for the local economy on the way. That's because there's going to be over 40 youth baseball teams in town. The 23 Club set to host the annual Sugar Valley Youth Baseball Tournament starting tomorrow, and that'll run through late Sunday afternoon. Teams from Scottsbluff and Gering, plus other teams coming in from eastern Nebraska, Wyoming, Colorado, and South Dakota. There will be 6 different divisions of play from 8U up to the 13U division. Games will take place at the 23 Club fields in Scottsbluff and Dome Rock Diamond Fields over in Gering. No admission plus concession stands operating at both locations this weekend. Hot weekend coming up. A lot of youth baseball teams in and around town. Legion baseball update. We had the broadcast last night with Gering Platte Valley Companies winning at home over Chadron 8-0. Great effort on the bump from Coulter Shelito. Worked 6 innings, tossed a 1-hit complete game shutout. Bo Gable at the plate, 3 hits and drove in a pair. Gering now 7-8. Their Saturday games with Buckley have been postponed. The Wesco Zephyrs, they'll play at the Kearney tournament this week in the Express Juniors for Wesco. They're in Rapid City for a 4-day tournament. That'll start today. And then there's weekend home baseball action going to be over at Oregon Trail Park Stadium. The Western Nebraska Pioneers coming back to town off a doubleheader split on the road yesterday at Greeley. Coming up tomorrow, that standalone game, the annual matchup now against the Australian Select Colts. 6:35 first pitch, and then Saturday and Sunday they'll host the El Paso County Miracles with start times of 6:35 and 1:35. We'll have the broadcast for all 3 games on KNEB. That's the latest today from right here at the Sports Desk. I'm Chris Cottrell.
Let's take a look at your community calendar, brought to you by Riverstone Bank.
Pet waste and water don't mix. Animal waste decomposes in water, releasing nutrients, which deplete the oxygen fish and other life need to survive and encourage harmful algae growth. Animal waste also has disease-carrying bacteria, making contaminated water unusable. It's easy to prevent pet waste pollution. Simply pick up your pet's waste and dispose of it in a trash can, and avoid letting your pets defecate within 200 feet of our community's waterways. Tri-City Stormwater reminds you it's our water, our responsibility.
The community calendar is brought to you by Riverstone Bank. We're local and we love our community.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want to help you take advantage of every adventure. We know you have plans, goals, and dreams. Let us help you with them. Whether it is building, buying, or renovating, we have the home loan or home equity line of credit to fit your needs. Stop in and see us at Platte Valley Bank and let us help make your dreams a reality. You belong here. Platte Valley Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
And finally tonight, the third annual Gering Summer Bash, organized by the Gering Merchants Association, will be this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. at the Gering Civic Plaza. Rebecca Shields tells KNB News the hope is this year's event is the biggest and best one yet.
Sure, Summer Bash is Saturday, June 21st, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's free, open to kids of all ages and adults. We'll have lots of games, bounce houses, fire department will be there doing games, and we'll have some food vendors.
The family-friendly event, which has attracted nearly 2,000 people each of the last 2 years, will also have live entertainment on stage, including 2 magic shows by Keith West and the Illusioneers, along with other entertainers taking the stage as well. Food trucks will be also on site, and lots of Gering Merchant bucks will be handed out. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.